Hi guys, because of Veterans Day, Texas state parks were free today on Sunday. So Casey took me down to Palo Duro Canyon and I took some pictures for you. Here they come. And there's a picture of Molly, not a picture of Molly, there's a picture of some longhorns at the end that Molly Poodle thought she was gonna attack or something. She was barking at them like crazy. Good morning, guys. This is Carol and Casey and the three dogs. We're on the way to Palo Duro Canyon. I've told you guys over and over that it's flat and treeless where I live. This is what it looks like. We'll be there in just maybe 15 minutes. It's not that far down the road from my apartment. We have pulled over to the side of the road because Casey thinks we passed it. So she's getting her GPS going. I don't know how we could possibly miss it, but we do things like that. We did miss the turnoff, but now we've turned around and going back. This is the entrance where you have to stop and pay, but we don't have to pay today. Stay. Well, because of the sun, I can't see what I'm filming, but here's the canyon. This is the very entrance to it over here. There's a visitor center right there and a gift shop. But this is the beginning of it. I can't tell if I'm filming just sky or what. I'm sorry.
Oh, too much wind.
This is along right at the edge of the road here. The first time I came on this road that going down it doubles back like a snake. It scared me to death. Andy likes to look out the window. That pointy rock is called the lighthouse. It's way over there, but people climb up to the lighthouse all the time. I think it's over 2 miles from the road to the lighthouse. These trees right here, those are called mesquite. Oh, there's Molly's head. In New Mexico, we call them mesquite bushes. Here they call them mesquite trees. And then this is juniper. Molly. There's Molly's head. Here's some more mesquite and juniper. Okay, there's a cave over there. We can see people in it. I'm going to try to zoom in.
I don't think you can see.
You can't get the camera to stop filming. I'll do a picture.
We're trying to press stop, but they won't let her stop.
It won't stop.
No, keep going. Oh, no. Oh, thank you for the kisses, too.
That cave is a long way from the road, but we can see some people climbing it. Right there, there's a couple of people. I would love to go in that cave and see what's in there. I could never climb that far, though. Casey circled the people, so maybe you could see where they are and kind of get an idea of how big that rock is that they're climbing on. I wonder what's in that cave. Okay, you can see some people climbing in this next picture up there. Boy, that cave is an awfully tall opening compared to those people. There's a stable down here where you can rent horses to ride.
There you go.
just left the canyon. We're back up on top of the earth. I have a whole bunch of notes I'll want to read to you. The canyon is 120 miles long. It is 6 to 20 miles wide. You know, it varies, 6 to 20 miles. And it's 900 to 1,000 feet deep. The first people that we know of that lived down there was 12,000 years ago. I don't know how scientists figure this out. I'm just telling you what they say. 12,000 years ago, there were, I guess, like cavemen. The Folsom people and then the Clovis people lived down there, and they were hunting giant bison and mammoths.
I want to know, how did they get the meat back up out of the canyon?
They lived in the.
They just lived in the canyon?
They lived in the canyon, yeah.
Oh, how interesting.
Then, on September 28, 1874, the United States Cavalry had warned the indigenous people that they were going to move them to a reservation, and they didn't leave, and so they attacked them at dawn. It was down in the canyon. There were Comanches, Kiowa, and Cheyenne. And so when the cavalry came, this is so sad, they burned their teepees and their supplies. They shot approximately 1,400 ponies, so the people didn't have a way to do anything. They were moved to a reservation in Oklahoma. The first person we know that explored it, I mean, you know, this is the first person that we have record of, was a Spanish explorer. His last name was Coronado. I think he had, his expedition had like 1,500 men. I don't know. I'll have to look that back up. He had a lot of men anyway. He started in Arizona. I think he was looking for the 7 cities of Cibola. He was looking for gold. He never found any. He named it Palo Duro, which in Spanish means hard stick or hard wood. After they ran the Indians out, indigenous people, I'm supposed to say, Charles Goodnight was a Texas Ranger. Everybody in Texas knows the name Charles Goodnight. He did all kinds of things. He drove 1,600 head of longhorn into the canyon. I think that was in 1874. No, 1874 is when they ran the Indians out. So that was in 1875. He drove 1,600 head of longhorn into the canyon. He had made a partnership with an English aristocrat named John Adair. He partnered, Goodnight and Adair partnered up and created the J.A. Ranch in 1877. In the peak of the ranch, in 1885, they ran 100,000 head of cattle, and the ranch consisted of 1,325,000 acres. Well, Adair at some point died, and so his wife took over his part. In 1887, they decided to divide the land up, his wife and Charles Goodnight. The Adair family owned most of the canyon. All this that we're driving through is the J.A. Ranch. The state bought the land for the park in 1933. It's the second largest park system in Texas, in the Texas park system, and it consists of 28,000 acres. During the Great Depression, nobody had anything. There was little food, less money, no jobs. And so President Roosevelt, created the Civilian Conservation Corps in 1933, the CCC. CCC workers are who built the road down to the bottom of the canyon. At that time, there was no road. They earned $30 a month, plus food, clothing, and medical care. We passed the CCC trail. When they first started, they just had a footpath down to the bottom, and that's how they managed to build the road. It by foot. And again, from the top of the canyon to the bottom is roughly 1,000 feet. We didn't see any wildlife except those 2 or 3 longhorns that Casey took a picture of. I was trying to take a picture of them from the car, but Molly saw those longhorns. My little poodle, I think she weighs 9 pounds. She thought she was going to get those longhorns. She was barking her ferocious bark at them. So Casey had to get out of the car and take the pictures for me. But anyway, there are eagles that live in the canyon, mountain lions, I've got a whole list here, bobcats, coyotes, mule deer, goats, porcupines, rabbits, turkey, quail, Barbary sheep, which are not native to here. They are from North Africa, actually. They're more like a goat-like mammal than a sheep. And they were brought here, I don't know why, for exotic game. I have no idea why they did that in 1957. Also, scorpions, lizards, tarantulas, and rattlers are plentiful in the canyon. When we got out to walk the dog, we watched for them. The movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, part of it was filmed down in the canyon, especially where Indiana Jones and his father ride off into the sunset. That was filmed down there. There is a herd of buffalo. We all call them buffalo, but they're not buffalo, they're bison. There's a herd of bison. They can run 40 miles an hour, and they can jump a 6-foot fence. If you see bison, don't mess with them. They don't want you to come pet them. At the far end of Palo Duro Canyon, there's another state park called Caprock Canyon State Park. About 2 weeks ago, maybe a month, not very long ago, there was a woman hiking by herself at Caprock Canyons, and she was walking down a trail, and a little herd of buffalo came walking by across the trail. I mean, there weren't a whole lot of them. But she stopped to wait for them to cross the trail she was on, and one of them got mad and charged her, gored her and tossed her into a mesquite bush. I don't know if I've shown you yet, but mesquite bushes here in New Mexico, we call them mesquite bushes. In Texas, they call them mesquite trees. They have thorns that are just like a needle. They're kids in my head. They are a couple of inches long, and mesquite bushes are full of those thorns, not horns. Anyway, this bison tossed her into a mesquite tree, and she's had to stay there. I think it was 3 hours before she could be rescued. Luckily, she had cell phone and had cell phone service. That's even more miraculous. And she was able to call for help, for somebody to come get her, but she couldn't get herself out of the mesquite bush. In the canyon, it is not unusual for the county to have to go out and rescue people. They will get climbing in caves and climbing up the walls of the canyon, get stuck on a ledge or something, and they have a ground crew that rescues people in a helicopter. And
usually what happens is they didn't bring enough water.
Yeah.
And they don't understand how hot it gets in the canyon.
Exactly. If it's 100 degrees on top of the earth, down there it'll be more like 110, 15, and people, I think about 1 million people every year visit the canyon, and if they're not from around here, they don't take enough water and they get dehydrated, and that's when they, like Casey said, that's when they usually have to be rescued, because people die in the canyon every year because of that, because of the heat. At least one person a year that happens too. And at the entrance, they tell you, have plenty of water, take plenty of water with you. There's a little restaurant down there. There's a trading post. There's a little gas station. There are places where you can buy water, but you're encouraged to bring your own, and bring a lot of water, because you get dehydrated so fast. I guess that's all the notes I have. Anyway, we don't know what our pictures look like. It's kind of a funny day. It's sunny, but it's a weird looking day. And when we tried to take pictures, the colors weren't vibrant like they usually look. When the sun hits those rocks, the soil is heavy in iron. That's what makes the red dirt. And the colors, the layers of the canyon walls are beautiful. I hope our pictures come out to look like that. But anyway, we're almost home now. We had a good time. The dogs had a good time. I'm anxious to download the photos and see if you can see. I hope you can, from the pictures, you can get an idea of how deep it is. When you drop 1,000 feet, it's deep. Okay, I'm gonna go home and download these on Casey's laptop. She took pictures too. We're hoping that we can combine her pictures and my pictures. So that's what you saw. I'll see ya. Bye. Okay, we're out walking around at the bottom. This is a baby tumbleweed grow, and here's a little bitty mesquite bush. I want to show you the thorns on them. Again, I can't see what I'm filming, but right there is a thorn. Gosh, I wish I could see what I'm filming. They're sharp like a needle. There's one. See the white? Those are the thorns on these things. I don't know if you can see on the video.
You can zoom in before you start the video.
I see all kinds of caves. Okay, here's the cactus. You can see the thorns on those. One time when I was a little bitty girl, we had these in our yard at our house, and I fell right into one. This tall contraption there is the zip line. You can ride a zip line across this portion of the canyon. When we stopped next to these longhorns, the other dogs didn't pay any attention to them. Molly went ballistic with her vicious bark. She wanted to get those cows. I don't know what she thought she was going to do, but she was telling them. Well, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed seeing these pictures. Leave me a comment and let me know what's going on with you. Hope everybody's doing well. We're supposed to have snow tomorrow. I'll let you know if we get any snow. Bye.